Today we're talking about my all-time, well, I don't know if all-time, yeah, I'm gonna say all-time favorite Nike running shoe, the Nike Zoom Vaporfly 4%. I love them so much. I love them and I buy them all the time, and I'm one of those people who as soon as they come up online, I immediately put them in the cart and I check out. But it's more than that. These shoes came out in 2017. Yeah, that chair is really fucking loud, isn't it? Wow. Nike Zoom Vaporfly 4%, probably my all-time favorite running shoe. The reason that they're my favorite running shoe is because now in my old age, and I shouldn't say old age, but in my old age, let's be honest here, my knees aren't what they used to be. And when I get back from running in a pair of Zoom Vaporfly 4%, my knees aren't bothering me. And I will pay 3 times as much to have that happen. These shoes have been out for the better part of, well, no. These shoes have been out now since summer of 2017, of course, part of the Breaking 2 initiative that Nike put out last year. And they're scarce. They're hard to come by. Few websites have them. When they do show up, they immediately sell back out. I have been lucky enough and or just crazy enough to check the websites every single day, refreshing when I have a chance, looking. There have been 5 colorways. There have been the original Ice Blues, which are the ones that I have been wearing for the most part during my training and my running. These are actually a relatively new pair. They have about 10 miles on them. We had the Blue Fox colorway, which these are super hard to come by, and I actually paid resale on these because I couldn't find this colorway anywhere, and on top of that, I couldn't find a size 13. So when they did pop up, I made a ton of excuses and rationalized why I needed to buy them. So I have those, and then perhaps some of the most popular ones were the bright crimson colorway, which were worn by Shalane Flanagan and Galen Rupp in their marathon wins back in the end of 2017. So some pretty cool colorways have released. In 2018, they came out with a Hyper Royal colorway, which I purchased, wasn't a big fan of once I saw them in person, and then a pair of the Vast Gray colorway, which I absolutely love. And if you have seen my Instagram page, I'm trying to find a pair. I'll buy them, I'll trade for them, I'll do whatever. Find me a size 13, I need it. Anyway, again, like I said, my favorite part of this shoe is how little effort I feel like my legs are putting into a run when I go out with these guys. I try to save them for my long runs or my fast runs. It's tough because they are so comfortable. I want to wear them all the time. But again, Nike made these for race day. And while the durability has been questioned by a lot of people, I think Nike set the precedent that these aren't going to last 500 miles. Having said that, I've had a pair and I've run them up into the 210 mile range without issues. I think what you'll see on a lot of these things and a lot of problems that people complain about online if you're looking to buy a pair of these is number one, the price point. So again, $250 for these out of the box, which after you're running them, and if you are a true runner, you can understand why it's that cost. The complaint is that the ZoomX technology, the ZoomX foam starts to basically disintegrate after a few runs. And that's not exactly right. What is happening is this white paint that is covering the ZoomX starts to flake off. Now there have been instances where chunks of the foam have actually come off, but I think it's very few and far, and I think it's for high mileage runners who have done that. But if you're looking to buy a pair, don't be put off by any of the rumors or talks that these things don't hold up or they're not worth the price point. In fact, I would argue the opposite, because my first pair that I got, I had a lot of wear on the outside of my shoe, up towards the toe box. And it's because I was doing a lot of heel striking and I was a little sloppier with my form. And I've noticed that after running in these things now for the better part of 8 or 9 months, my form has improved. I find myself being more of a forefoot and midfoot striker, whereas I used to be more of a heel striker. And that in turn has made the longevity of the soles of these shoes hold up to a much better degree for me personally. So again, I think I would go out and say that this is my favorite running shoe of all time. And it's because it makes your runs feel effortless. It puts a lot less strain on your entire leg. And let's be honest, they're just a good looking shoe. So with this ZoomX technology, I think Nike has a pretty tall order in 2018 to improve upon this model, which I'm sure they'll do. I know there are plans for a Pegasus with the ZoomX and some other models. But for me personally, I love this shoe. I can't think of putting on something more comfortable, functional, fast and is easy on my legs as the Zoom Vaporfly 4%. So this colorway, this pair right here, is actually what I hope to be running in come October during the Chicago Marathon. Come on, let's be honest, the way shoes look make you run a little better too, and I love the way these guys look, so I'm gonna use that as kind of my mental advantage. But we'll get some close-ups of the other colorways. Again, if you got those Vast Grays and you got a size 13, hit your boy up.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Sorry. Please send me a note or correspond with me via social channel, and I would love to make an exchange. Anyway, Zoom Vaporfly 4%. The hype is real, the comfort is real, and if you're on the fence, dude, get off the fence.